This earth, this world is your canvas, and your thoughts are the paintbrush. Have you ever stopped to think about what identity you are moving through the world with? For most, and myself included, before I became aware of this truth and started doing the inner work around it, we believe and adopt within our subconscious minds that we are this collection of experiences from our past. And that becomes our identity, how we see ourselves, what we project out into the world, what we express to our friends, to strangers, to colleagues, to everyone, essentially, is from this identity place. But our identities oftentimes are not who we truly are. You are not your experiences. You are not your thoughts. You are not even your emotions or your body. You are the one observing those things. And every life experience that you continue to create, whether you are aware of it or not, you are constantly creating. So how do you know what identity you have taken on, what identity you are creating from? Think about the way that you introduce yourself to people. Or if you have a new friend, or you are having a conversation where you're kind of getting to know someone else, what are the things that you choose to share with that person about yourself? Or do you share about yourself? All of those things are going to really illuminate what your identity is. So the informal formula is to become aware first of what your identity patterns are, where you're creating from. And then I want to give you full permission to choose what identity you wish to embody. That does not mean that you're going to master it in one day, in 1 week, in 1 month. It means that you have this awareness of the power within you to shift your identity, to choose a new identity. Anything you want to manifest in life, if you've read the books, if you've listened to the podcast, then you know that in order to manifest anything, the relationship, the job, the wealth, anything, you have to feel the feeling as though you already have it. And yes, the feeling really is everything. Because if we shift our identity, that's what we are full body feeling and full body casting out into the world. Everything is within your subconscious mind. And I am a firm believer. And if you've worked with me before or you've seen my videos, then you may have heard me say that I believe your body is an extension of your subconscious mind. So the way we move through the world, the way we carry ourselves, the way we treat our bodies, speak to our bodies, feel about our bodies is truly our identity. So choose the one that empowers you, the one that gets you that desire. If you find yourself going back into old thought patterns, if you find yourself having old conversations, venting, sharing about things that are not serving you, just catch yourself and choose to go back to the identity that empowers you, the identity that you wish to embody. And the more we do this, the more it becomes familiar. And that becomes your subconscious program. So don't give up. Know that this is not a race. There is no real finish line until the day we depart from this planet. So take the pressure off of yourself. Let yourself really kind of marinate in this new identity. And know that at any time, you can choose to embody this new identity. Okay, I'm going to choose maybe to talk a little less today and just to observe my thoughts. I'm going to choose to listen to others more so that I can see what identity are they resonating from? What are they casting out into the world, right? Every thought, every verbal expression, every feeling, those are what create our belief systems. That's what the universe is picking up on. Anything that you have that you don't wish to have, I want you to stop identifying with those things. Meaning, if you have anxiety, do not call it my anxiety, my ADD, my this, my that. Anything that you do not want, don't claim it. It's the anxiety. If you want to even speak that out, if you need to, express that for whatever reason, you can. Don't be afraid of your words. Don't be afraid of your thoughts, but don't identify with them. You may be a mom. You may be a wife. You may be a girlfriend. You may be a daughter. But see yourself as you, not as the roles you play, not as the labels that were given to you, not as the limitations, because that's essentially any time that we identify with anything, there's always some sort of ceiling, some sort of cap to that identity. And that's why a lot of people don't want to put labels on things. So as long as it's not being done out of fear and it's being done from a more empowering place of freedom, you can choose whatever identity you wish to embody. So there's nothing really wrong with labels as long as they're coming from an empowering place. And you get to define all of these things. So that doesn't mean, you're not going to put a label on a relationship, because those things may mean something to you and you want to be called, girlfriend, wife, lover, whatever it is, because it fills a beautiful emotion in your heart. But don't identify solely as that thing. So here's an exercise for you. What I want you to do is I want you to take a piece of paper and I want you to fold it in half vertically. And you're going to have two columns on this paper. The column on the left is going to have all limiting identities or negative labels, either that you've put on yourself, that your caregivers have put on you, or just anything that you notice about yourself playing out that is not serving you. That's what you're going to list on the left. And then I want you to pause before you move over to the column on the right. And I want you to really sit with yourself for a moment here. Maybe you even pause this video. And I want you to have no distractions, shut off anything around you, music, television. If you have something else playing, shut it all off. And I want you to take a moment to imagine that if there were no limitations, nothing in your way in terms of people, finances, physical ailments, anything. Let yourself dream big here for a moment. If you were free to have everything that you desire in life from your heart, who would you be? What labels or categorizations would you put on that version of you? And write down all the qualities. See yourself truly happy, having inner peace, having healthy relationships, having a successful career if that's what you desire, having money, having resources, having deep, meaningful connections with those that you love. Do not let doubt in. My mentor told me that there is a demon of doubt. And ever since she said that, that's how I think of that feeling or that word. I think of it as a demon, right? We have to battle with our demons. Our demons are our limiting beliefs, our negative thought processes. So push those out for a moment and let yourself dream big. And then I want you to write in that column on the right every identity that you would have to embody in order to reach those goals, attain those manifestations, those desires. Write them all down. See the contrast in black and white, because we have to, we have to have tangible, measurable substance in order to see where we are right now and where we would like to go. And there doesn't have to be so much distance in between, but we need a starting place. So don't run from it. Don't hide from it. Look at it, face it, illuminate it. And then at least we have a roadmap, a starting point, so that we can move towards all of those things. And if you can, start acting as all of those traits on the right. Choose to be happy, choose to smile at people. And then I'm going to give you one other exercise, and it's more of a practice actually. The most programmable time of day, and you may have heard this before, but when we first wake up, within that first 30 minutes, you are still going through these hypnotic brain waves. Your brain is producing alpha waves, theta waves, and they're strong the first 30 minutes that you wake up and the last 30 minutes before you go to bed. So utilize that time. Maybe you don't have the resources right now to work with a hypnotist like myself. If you do, I would highly recommend it, because someone else outside of you can a lot of times guide you a little bit deeper and help you get faster results. But for some of us, that's not always accessible right now. So utilize those 2 times. Tell yourself the affirmations, read that list on the right, and let yourself feel as though you are already living and breathing from that identity. If you learned something new, if something resonated with you, if you have questions, anything at all from this video, please leave a comment below. Let's build community here. I don't want to get emotional, but I had the most magical, beautiful, incredible retreat over this past weekend. And I got to witness 9 of my soul sisters sharing, seeing one another truly to their souls this past weekend, connecting, laughing, crying. We breathed together. We danced our inner goddess back to life, and we all took on new identities this past weekend. And so as I was driving into the office this morning, I was feeling that I wanted to make a video to give you the invitation to choose that new identity now. You don't have to go on a retreat in order to have those mini awakenings, but hopefully through this video, through this expression, through, every word that we say, it can be an energetic attunement. So take that, plant that seed within your heart, and know that you get to be the writer of your life. You get to paint this earth as your canvas. When you're driving, look around and know that this earth, this world is your canvas, and your thoughts are the paintbrush. So take that power back. Don't give that to anyone else. Don't give that to your past. Don't give that to the people in your life. Don't give that to your coworkers or your boss or your partner or anyone. When you are letting them control your emotions, you are handing them the paintbrush. And it's not theirs to paint. Wherever you are, have a fantastic day. If you wish to go a little deeper, I would love to help you on your journey. I will leave that information below as well. And I will see you on the next video.